looking for this?
Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kel. This is
Yes,
Colby.
sir.
And straight out at 9 o'clock, they just released the Marvel's final trailer. So this movie comes out Friday. And I think the last trailer we reacted to, we were like, it looks intriguing. So,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and definitely it looks intriguing right now because right now I'm seeing Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. So,
Yeah, I wonder where they're going to go with this.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and react to this trailer starting now.
Heroes. It's an old-fashioned notion. But the world can still
It's
use
like my
something.
favorite scene of all time right there.
Ready.
Really?
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Ooh, I like the vibe.
We
of this.
destroyed Thanos. But it's not over.
My work is inevitable. There will always be more
That feels like a new
to
one.
finish it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay.
This is just the beginning. She tore a hole in space. There's a different reality leading into ours.
Ooh, your boy King.
What
Interesting.
are you prepared to do?
I'm invincible.
Your powers only make me stronger.
So you can't be matched. Can't be controlled. I'm asking for one last fight.
Ooh, that's pretty sick.
Monica!
You cannot protect your people.
Ooh, that didn't
You
look...
can stand
That looked
alone
painful. Oh,
without standing alone.
They're here.
who's here?
Marvels, rated PG-13.
Who's here?
Monica, you gotta fly.
No.
Black girl magic. In theaters Friday. Get tickets now.
So we saw Valkyrie there.
Yeah, I heard rumors she was going to be in it.
Yeah, I heard rumors about that too, but I feel like there's someone else they're talking about here.
Yeah.
Like, especially with the reality blending and stuff. I don't know.
Feels very properly timed with Loki. So
That's true. A lot of people have been theorizing that they're going to do like a post-credit scene or something so that way it kind of feels like, everything ties together. Because what's happening in Loki is like affects everything.
yeah, it affects everything. Even though
And we
it's just
talked
like
about
it's
it a little
definitely
bit.
its own story. It definitely does affect a lot of what's going on in the MCU. But I mean, that was a different vibe from the first trailer that we watched. It seemed a little bit more toned down, a little bit heavier than the last trailer. So
Yeah, which I like. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a tough challenge, which is good to see.
yeah,
I like a good, tough challenge. Maybe a little bit of loss somewhere in the middle, or maybe at the end. I mean, I don't see that happening in this movie, but
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. I think there's going to be some loss, which is good for somewhere in the movie, which is good for it. I think.
yeah. As far as like box office goes, I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know how it's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not tracking well.
Yeah, it's not gonna try. I don't think it's gonna do great.
But at the end of the
all.
day, that doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just if people like the movie, that's what matters, and that's what's going to drive the box office. I think it helps that it's a shorter movie, so people that were kind of on the fence are not going to feel like they're watching something super long that they, were on the fence about.
Yeah, I guess you really don't.
And it's easy. I feel like it's good to pack. I think it was the showrunner I read today said that. Like, she didn't want to extend the movie more than it needed to be. She felt like she could get the story in within an hour and 45. And that's average for a movie. I mean, it's maybe not average for Marvel at this point, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. Although, and you really don't need to know that much going into it. Like, you would have had to watch WandaVision, and I guess to understand Monica, and then you would have to watch Miss Marvel to understand Kamala. But I'm like... You could probably pass without actually watching those. I think you.
Yeah, I think they're going to give like a little introduction to each of those characters in the movie. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's. I've seen a lot of people say that like they're not going to watch it because you have to watch like 3 shows and 6 movies, which I mean, like you said, I don't think it's absolutely necessary.
No, I don't think it's necessary. It's not like those are gay. I mean, it would help if you watched it, but it's not like it's required. I don't think at this point.
No, it would just help, like you said, understand the character. But I mean, I feel like they're gonna introduce the characters in these movies. It's not gonna be like playing off something that happened in the shows, and it's like, well, what?
Yeah, for sure. How do you think the dynamic between the 3 is going to be?
I mean, it looks pretty good. I feel like Kamala's going to be more of like the jokey type Spider-Man type humor. The younger of the heroes, like, you know, just kind of getting her powers, and then, you know, Carol, which I guess Monica too, kind of just getting her powers. But she's older, and then, you know, Carol's had her powers the longest, so she'll kind of be the leader of the 3. Or Nick Fury, you know, he could kind of bring. That's what he does best. I mean, Nick Fury, he brings people. We might get a good speech in there.
Yeah, that's true. We could use a good Fury speech. I think. So I'm guessing this is picking up after the events of Secret Invasion. I don't really know how current we are in the MCU at this point. It feels like we've kind of flopped around a little bit in some places. So. It's not been continuous like it used to be. So ever since Black Widow, I'd say that it's been kind of jumping around a little bit. I know Shang-Chi. I feel like Shang-Chi and maybe Quantumania are the last like current movies that we had. Maybe I can't remember if Multiverse of Madness was current or if it took place pretty close after Endgame. I'm not really sure anymore. But and I think that's just because there's been so much going on, it's hard to keep track of.
Yeah, I think they outline it on, like, they have it in chronological order on Disney Plus. I can go look at that and try and figure out. But I think, and that's another thing, I feel like Secret Invasion is going to have nothing to do with this, even though we were kind of thinking it might. But after watching that, I don't think it will. Yeah. I think, honestly, Loki has a bigger chance to play a part in this than Secret Invasion does.
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I mean, the whole thing about realities blending and, like, they're coming, I mean... It looks like Dar-Benn is the main villain, so when he said they, I mean, it could be like something, you know, from Loki, like an army or something. So
yeah, it could be anything. So we'll have to watch. Wonder, I guess the ramifications. We'll have to see what it looks like, you know, in the broader MCU. You know, while it stays as a contained story, but we'll definitely be watching this. I think we're gonna try and watch it Friday and release on Friday. So. I think that's the goal right now.
Yeah, hopefully, if nothing else, hopefully we'll get it out that weekend. The latest.
Yeah, at some point. So definitely be on the lookout for that, and let us know what you guys think of this trailer of this movie. And thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.